Hey everybody, Rage and Killed here. Day 5, ketosis, good stuff. So I'm not making it out to be this like magical thing, but I will have to say I'm day 5 into my lifestyle change, however you want to label it. Mental acuity, you know, I'm getting older. I'm not really slowing down mentally. Little things like where did I park the car? Where are my car keys? Things like that are happening less frequently. I'm multitasking better. That's a good thing. I didn't have so much of this experience fourth quarter last year going through this. So I think part of it is attributed to that my diet plan this time is a little bit cleaner. My training program is a lot different now. I'm paying a lot more attention to what my body is telling me. When my body says I'm hurting, I don't go, hell yeah, I'm in beast mode. I'm not. That's not a thing for me. I mean, I go all out and I will give everything I have to get every rep I can in a clean fashion, good form, good technique. I'm not trying to get hurt. I'm not 25 years old anymore, and I got to take care of my body. It's the only body I have. So the diet's locked on, going well. I thought it would be harder this time around for some reason, mostly because I went off the reservation completely. Wait, is that's not racist, is it? That is racist. Okay, off the reservation. Okay, I'm just not gonna say that anymore because it occurs to me that might be a trigger word for somebody, and I don't want to offend anyone for sure. That was not my intent with that. Basically, diet-wise, after I finished fourth quarter and I got really great blood work numbers back, I did what a lot of people probably do. They're like, haha, I'm good. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. And I did. I didn't put on a whole lot of weight. I maybe rebounded 5 to 10 pounds-ish. I think some of that was water weight from allowing myself to have some processed carbs and things like that. So, yeah. What was that I said about mental acuity? No, everything's great. Diet, it's just been really easy. And I think, okay, here's the difference. I did that by myself in fourth quarter. Lived with a family full of people. My middle daughter, she at the time she was 20. No, 21. She's 21, and then my two little kids, my 5-year-old and my 2-year-old, and then my wife. They all did their own things, and I was just like this island of Eric eating. This is how I eat. To hell with all you. And that's kind of a lonely place to be on this little island. Anybody who lives a certain lifestyle, I think a really good example would be I work with several vegans, vegetarians as well, and it's miserable for them when we do company things because, like, my company will cater in lunch, and there'll be this big spread for people that don't eat vegan, and then there's this tiny little amount of food for people that are vegans, and so it's a bummer. And then people don't, non-vegans don't really get it. My approach, even though it's ketogenic in nature, my outlook on life is to eat only natural things. I think I said this in the last video. If it's man-made, don't eat it. That's just my approach. You don't have to agree with me. I don't really care. I mean, I don't want you to be sick, but I think that there's an alarming amount of cancer and gastrointestinal issues and upper lower GI shit. It's just shit. It's just an alarming coincidence. It can't be a coincidence of all these health issues that we have. That when you go look at tribes that have never been exposed to any sort of processed foods, and you find this alarming lack, or maybe not so alarming, lack of things like diabetes and cancer. So I definitely think that there's a large amount of environmental things going on with the incredibly sick people in our country. And it's not just us. The Canadians have these issues. People in the UK have these issues. China is now starting to eat more and more of a Western diet, and they're also seeing lots of issues: obesity, diabetes, cancer, all these things that weren't traditionally an issue are now coming around because of this Western lifestyle, the way we eat, the way we move or lack of movement, and the way we work ourselves to death so that we can have that newest iPhone. You know, I mean, I'm guilty of it. I've got an iPhone. You know, the accumulated knowledge of the world in the palm of my hand, literally in the palm of my hand. I can know anything in the whole world right here. That's friggin' amazing. People use it to look at cat videos, and so maybe it's wasted on some people. But my point here is, if it's man-made, don't eat it. And I don't mean, you know, for you a-holes out there who are going, well, you know, a chef made this, so that... No, you know what I mean. The ingredients that are used to cook whatever we cook for you or for yourself should be natural. So that doesn't mean I'm going to take this, I'm net zero carb. You don't have to eat like that. Being very, very low carb for me works because I'm type 2 diabetic, and my body is not good at using sugars for energy. Just not good at it. It's particularly good at using fats and ketones. So it works for me. What works for me may not work for you. But I do believe that eating all natural does work for everyone. Wife told me about the newest study about gluten-free, this sort of gluten-free movement that we've seen in nutrition lately for a while now. And the study found that less than 1% of people, and you guys can look this up. I don't think I'm wrong, but I'm quoting something that my wife is quoting. So there's a possibility that the statistic might not be perfect. So less than 1% of people have real issues with gluten. I know two people. I've known two people in my life that are so sensitive to gluten that it could kill them if they got enough. So it's a very real thing, a very real problem that affects, the study shows, less than 1% of the country. Another part of the study said that people that avoid gluten when they don't need to avoid gluten increase their chances of contracting diabetes by 13%. 13% seems like a pretty large percentage to me. I got diabetes because I got great, big, and fat, and it's taken me the better part of 12 years to get to the point where diet controls everything that diet controls my diabetes, and diabetes doesn't control me. So I would want the risk to be zero, unless you're genetically predisposed. My guess is just eat natural food. Don't eat processed crap. Those of you who know me know that I am in the information technology field, and we have a term. It's an old one. It's called garbage in, garbage out. And you can apply that term to your body. You put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. You can try it. Yeah, I don't recommend it, but eat some shitty food and then go try and run a marathon. Eat some shitty food and try and run a mile. Or do something sports specific after eating shitty food. Your performance is going to be affected. It may not be great. Like if I go throw a shot put, I'm going to be fine. I can eat some shitty food and throw a shot put fine. If I go squat or deadlift, my performance at a high level is affected. Bench press. If I try and do a very heavy, hard on my CNS type bench workout, and I haven't had my nutrition locked on that day, I'm not going to perform well. There have been sets in the past couple of weeks where I laid down, I got warmed up, warmed my joints up, started going to my bench press, did my warm-up sets, went into my working sets, and it just wasn't happening. I felt like going to sleep because my diet didn't match the activity that I was doing, and if eating shitty because you just want to sit on the couch and play Xbox, if that's your thing, well, that's your thing, but I don't recommend it. We only have a finite number of years on this earth. Why live them shitty? Seriously, think about that. Why waste any time on shittiness? Rage and Kill It out.